The Middle East is currently gripped by escalating tension, with missile strikes lighting up the horizon and regional stability fracturing by the hour. Amidst this chaos, an unexpected player is stepping forward to act as a mediator between the United States and Iran, Pakistan. The diplomatic narrative has seen immediate success abroad. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim publicly welcomed Pakistan's timely and constructive offer to host a dialogue, praising the move to reduce regional danger. This wave of international praise and media coverage creates a powerful illusion, the appearance that a major geopolitical shift is occurring, with Islamabad suddenly positioned as the region's central peacemaker. In New Delhi, the perspective is very different. Domestic opposition parties are pointing to these Western headlines to accuse the Indian government of being sidelined while its neighbor takes center stage. India's response came in the form of an explosive counter-argument from Jaishankar. He stated plainly that India is not a Dalal nation, not a broker meant to run errands between warring countries. There is a stark philosophical divide here. Pakistan is aggressively seeking the middleman role, while India is completely rejecting it as a matter of national policy. This raises a question about the true nature of this diplomatic theater. Is India actually losing its influence, or have they recognized a trap that Pakistan is willingly walking into? To understand India's stance, we have to look at the structural flaws in Pakistan's offer. A mediator is only effective if they can influence the party controlling the timeline of the war. Peace talks are difficult to justify when the primary military aggressor has already established a multi-week pre-planned attack schedule. The pace of this conflict is being decided in Jerusalem, not Islamabad. There is also a technical roadblock. Pakistan does not recognize Israel, making it impossible for them to host or directly communicate with an Israeli delegation. This is a fight driven by ideological extremes and a declared intent to annihilate the opponent. These are ground realities that cannot be talked out through a third-party messenger. Since the basic requirements for successful mediation are absent, Pakistan's high-profile efforts must be serving a different, more self-serving agenda. The current mediation push is a geopolitical PR campaign, where the true objective is not regional peace, but direct access to Washington, D.C. This campaign exploits the transactional nature of the incoming U.S. administration. By appearing helpful, Islamabad generates immediate political leverage. Pakistan's military establishment is heavily leveraging personal networks to make this work. Army Chief Asim Munir is utilizing his ties with American military leadership to foster these talks. These efforts are already drawing in high-level U.S. figures, with reports suggesting that J.D. Vance may soon visit Pakistan to discuss the Iran conflict. Western media outlets are assisting in this rebranding, helping to overwrite Pakistan's legacy as an exporter of terrorism with a new image, the regional peacemaker. Today, Pakistani officials are securing access to the U.S. executive branch at a level they have not seen in over 50 years. Islamabad has successfully traded the mere illusion of a mediation table for geopolitical validation and survival in the West. While Western media portrays India's silence as a sign of being sidelined, they are overlooking a long-standing, historically proven grand strategy. India's foundational diplomatic doctrine is the absolute rejection of third-party mediation in any geopolitical conflict. This policy is consistent. India has repeatedly and aggressively rejected U.S. attempts to intervene in its border conflicts with Pakistan, insisting on direct one-on-one resolution. The rule applies even when facing other superpowers. On the India-China border, negotiations remain strictly bilateral, regardless of external pressure. India's current stance is a rigid strategy designed to prevent external powers from manipulating Indian interests. It is a refusal to participate in a system they do not control. There are two definitions of diplomatic strength at play here: the desperation of acting as a middleman to stay relevant, and the authority of direct bilateral action. When India chooses to engage, it bypasses the theatrical tables to communicate directly with the primary leaders involved. Highly complex nuclear-adjacent conflicts are ultimately resolved by ground realities and military leverage. They are never solved by PR-driven mediation. While some nations trade their dignity to appear relevant in a news cycle, India's doctrine suggests that a state only steps onto the stage when it has the actual leverage to dictate the outcome.